Do you feel like you don't have enough time to get every job done that you need to do, whether that's at work or whether it's at home or even both? And you really want to move your business forwards fast. So, what do you do? Do you get more packed into your day to try to move it forward faster? Or do you have a strategy to help you to do that and to help you to reach that peak performance level that you want to faster? So you're using less time and you're having to do less. It's really hard to get your head around doing less to achieve more, right? We are programmed. The more you do, the more you'll get. The more things that you can get done in the day, the faster you're going to get to your goal. But here's the thing, if you have so much jammed into your day that you are doing, especially if you're an entrepreneur, we wear so many different hats as an entrepreneur. And there's a time where we need to look and we need to either eliminate, delegate, or somehow adjust. So let's look at the first thing. If we've got something in our day, and what I suggest you do is to write a list of all the things you do throughout your day towards your business. If we've got that list and we look at that list and label each item on a scale of 1 to 10 importance as to how quickly that thing is going to move the needle, you're going to find that there are a couple that are the 10s, but everything else lies between the 1 and the 9. So the 9s and 10s are the important ones. If there's something that's a 1, can you eliminate it? Can you not do that thing? Or if it still needs to get done, is there a way that you can delegate it to somebody who can get it done quicker? But actually, then you're leveraging time because you're leveraging somebody else's time and you're not doing it yourself. So if you've got all of these things written down, and I've just got a few examples written up here on the board for you to have a look at. It might be, oh, I've got to get my website sorted, or I need some new letterheading. I need to get that sorted out today. And on top of that, I also need to get some new business cards because once I've got new letterheading, I want them to be in line with each other. Oh, and my logo's not quite right. Let me change my logo. Now, if you're building a business, these are going to probably be between the 2 and maybe a 7 or even a 6. It's not going to move your business further and faster right now. Having something move your business is what you want to have, and you want to have that and prioritize that thing. One chart you may well have seen over and over again is the 4-quadrant chart. And it'll say on it something like do, plan, delegate, delete. And so if you think about once you've written all of those things down, which quadrant do these things go into? And you want to be spending the time in the top 2 quadrants, the do and the plan. So planning, spend a lot of time in that quadrant, but not too much because the action is so important. But when you action it, because you've got clarity, you're going to get things done so much more quickly, and you get into that flow state because you know this is the most important thing that you can be doing. That feels really good. And when you're doing it, you're switched on because of those things, because you know that's going to be the way to go. So perhaps it's going to be more like finding the right people to have the calls with and having those prospect calls, having those sales calls, whatever you like to call that. And you know that when you get in front of somebody, see, I know this for my business. When I get in front of somebody, when I'm speaking to them one-on-one, whether that's over a Zoom call or whether it's literally face-to-face, I am able to answer their questions immediately. There's an energy exchange immediately. I know if this is the right person to work with, and so do they most of the time. And so it's so much faster to get the results I'm looking for if I am face to face with that person, explaining, answering their questions, finding out what their needs are, making sure that I can give them what they need at this point in time. and then being able to work with that person from where they are now to where they want to go. So that is, for me, something I am sure also for you, if you're in that kind of sales cycle, that is going to be key. And this is why salespeople, that's one of the highest paying jobs, because it gives the most back to you the fastest. Even if that person isn't right for me, isn't right for you, you've got some feedback to go from. You've got, okay, this person wasn't right, or it wasn't the right fit because, and you found out some fantastic data for your business. It's like doing research. You've researched that person has researched you, and you've worked out what doesn't work, perhaps what does work. You can tweak, you can realign, you can rearrange things to make sure that it does work. And the other thing is, when you have got those 2 or 3 things that are going to make a huge difference, which is less likely to be these, then what is stopping you doing more of them? Possibly because you're doing all of this as well. So ask yourself, if I know that having those 1-to-1 or 1 to however many business meetings move me towards my goal the fastest, why am I not doing more of those? Is it because I don't have somebody to set those up for me? Is it because I don't have my emailing list together? What is the reason that is holding you back from doing more? It might simply be because you haven't looked at it like this, but because you haven't broken it down and gone, actually, what I've been doing is splatter painting. And I've just been going, okay, I've got my paint. I know I need to get some paint on the canvas. Let me just splatter it everywhere. And it's all over the place. And it's not direct. It's not precise. Whereas a fine artist, somebody who is looking at something and painting it absolutely specifically, will have a focal point, and they're leading you into that picture, and you've got that focal point. And they're very precise, they're very strategic about everything that is around it coming into that focal point, whether that's a person, whether it's an object. What is that focal point in your business? It's the end result. What is the end result you want? Is it a money result? Is it a number of customer results? Is it a product result? What is that? Pinpoint it. Get super specific, because it's the tasks you do throughout your day, not the number of tasks you do throughout your day. And it's not the time you spend in your business. It is the quality of time on the quality task that is going to move you the fastest, that's going to move that needle the fastest to where you want to get to. And that's where peak performance comes in. That's how you can see people going, he's moved so fast. How come that person's moved so fast? It's because that person has honed in on those 1 or 2 things, and they have focused, they've taken action over and over and over and over and over again. So I know if I made 10 sales calls a day, when I speak to those people, my business goes higher, it goes faster, and I get further towards my goal with doing those calls. So it's finding a way to make sure I'm speaking to the right people. How can you find the way that you can speak to your people? So defining that is another thing. So maybe that's holding you back. So cracking that nut first, because you know you want to get the calls in, and then making the calls. Setting up the business appointments, knowing how you want to run that business appointment, setting it up, and then inviting the people to it. So how does that look for you? Because that is going to move your business the fastest. There'll be another video coming up on screen. I look forward to seeing you over there. I hope this has helped. Do give it a thumbs up as it has, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.